And here we are, session 1, part 1 of OK Rad. That's an acronym for our players. And we'll go around and introduce the characters and their players and their class and their race. We'll start with Ryan.
I am Ryan, playing Nail, a half-orc fighter.
I'm Tony, playing male human barbarian.
I'm Anthony, and I'm playing a half-elf cleric named Seymourious, aka Seymour.
I'm Draven. I'm playing Malachite. He is a dwarf monk.
I'm Kair. I'm playing our elf ranger, Arthur Flanagan.
Now, I'm Chris, I'm the DM, and we're going to be running a homebrew that's based in the world of Pathfinder, modified. Thank you for joining us. A little back history. All the great nations of their continent have been sending warriors to an arena to fight. The champions of the arena will get to challenge the king's emissaries. The problem is the king's emissaries are now 176-0 because immortality is granted to them for every year that they complete this battle. They're considered the kings of the nation, and anybody who has been pitted from their place has been signed off and sacrificed. Right now, every one of these characters are considered dead to their family in some way or form or fashion, to their nation, to everyone, except for those watching in the arena. As our story begins, they're going to begin waking up in a 5-man cot in a room, waiting to be summoned to their death.
I kept his hat. I know. Good. I'm gonna wake up, lift my hat up first. What the hell was that? Is this a dark room? Just dark in here. I'm gonna start shooting fire all around, trying to make some light.
As you hear the snaps through the campaign, that's going to be Kair's character, Flanagan, doing what?
He's casting Produce Flame, which is essentially a tiny ball of fire, which is similar to a bullet, snapping, a finger snap, and I keep one finger out as like a gun, so it's just shooting fire all around.
I'm just trying to get a good look at the area. When you guys begin waking up,
My character is Enki, barbarian. I see you snapping your fingers, fire coming out of it, and I say, you do that one more time, I cut your hand.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No.
at that point he has snapped his fingers, and with the rule he has just stated you have just seen him produce flame.
It doesn't work if I don't want it to. That was just the...
When you snap your fingers, it just produced a flame.
The spell doesn't work if I don't want it to. Let's get that straight. But
Okay.
I'm just looking like, all right, I'll save it for later then. Behind him.
So my guy's groggy, he's getting up. He's really, you notice that he's a really muscular kind of guy. And he's beat up.
Well, in comparison to me, you look like you had your ass beat. What happened before we got here?
He sure got an ass whooping. You hear the guard walking up. He starts clanging on. Damn, I'm surprised the human's even alive. Anybody check on anybody else?
No,
Damn it.
No, I just kind of woke up and started setting fire on because I was confused, man. Between you and me, what are we here for? What's going on? Is this some kind of adventure you know about?
Oh, just get ready to fight or die, whatever the hell.
I'm gonna be sitting up.
You guys are 3 out of 10 of your team anyway. Who gives a shit? You guys are pretty much goners.
Look, man, last time I had to fight or die was with my ex. We're done with that. What are we doing here?
Listen, the only magic in the room is hanging out of your finger. I'd watch out. Hate to break a finger. Is anybody else alive in there?
I'm gonna sit up. Not really, but
Yeah, if you like, we can ask your mom. She's sitting right over there.
Is that the dwarf?
no.
I'm gonna stand up.
Shit, you can't even tell if you're standing or not. Is it? It might be the. Hey, somebody drag him over here so I can see if he's alive.
I'm just gonna walk right over
Why
to
don't
him.
you just come in here and pull me south?
That's a great idea. He grabs his crossbow, points it through the gate at your head.
Where are we going with this?
Well, I know one thing. Your fireball ain't gonna reach me.
What is your race? As the guard?
There you go.
Hey, let's calm down here.
What is your race as a guard?
Roll for perception.
Well, this is a dumb barbarian if he doesn't know the race. Perception. 15.
As you look over, you see this dark, ominous cloak. You see the guard's weapon now produced. And he smiles and his slithering tongue sticks out and comes back in. And he's like, human, have you never seen a draconian?
Now, I guess at that point, I would grab you from the back of your shirt and be, witch, you're not going to win this one.
You don't think so? I have a very, very high charisma.
Okay, I want to try to like break them apart a little bit.
You know what?
Back up? Okay.
You know what, Sparky? Bring your ass over here.
You know, I would know, but if I've got two people saying the odds are not in my favor, then I'm not a righteous gambler. So I'm just wait back
No,
here.
I got you. He throws his crossbow aside. Come on. Hit me with it, bitch.
I'm going to, at this moment, cast guidance. It's going to give him a +1 to a attack that if he chooses to do.
Yeah.
So you'll feel like this imbue of strength. It's just going to be a +1, nothing special, but I'm going to do it kind of nonchalantly though, like I'm still sleeping.
Hey, Jay, go ahead. You want to do the attack? Roll for the attack. He's calling you out, man.
Okay.
The crossbow.
Oh, this is for the rapier, by the way. No.
You guys want to rapier across the thing? That's good. Go ahead.
I'm still saying first. I can
Just pop the fire. Come on, man. Do
pop
your
the
thing.
fire. No, he said his odds are not in his favor, so he's gonna do something else. He used the rapier instead, but
He's
as he said, he already walked back. I'm not going back up there.
Oh, come on.
No.
Wow, we coward.
It sounds like your party knows how much of a pussy you are.
This is how you get drop
He steps back from the gate a little bit.
How big are these
Something
draconians
right for
compared
the
to,
challenge.
let's say, a 6'4"
Something right for
barbarian?
the
Like, how big
He
are they?
is 7'1",
Oh, it's a big dude.
850 pounds.
That's about right.
And he goes, he claps his hands and the wind slams you guys back against the walls.
Damn it! I thought your mom was going to push you back this far.
Well, keep it up and you'll be the one blowing me instead.
Whoa.
Don't know how much to blow if it's, toothpick or something, but alright.
He just smiles. He's like, I like the way this is going. He motions for 5 other guards.
Okay.
Can I like grab him by the shirt? Like,
Everybody,
I already did that.
everybody stay to the walls.
I'm
You said we're fighting. When is the
act like I'm
starting?
sleeping.
As you see the group of 5 come up, you see one in
You
a
want to
purple
smack him?
cloak that's got like a light shimmer to it, and he walks up and he just waves his hand and the door opens. He begins walking to you. He gets about 2 foot away from you, puts his hands in front of him like this, looks and goes, do we have a problem, sir?
No, I'm off the Flanagan. I'm not a problem.
He goes, that's fine. You should never feel that much pain. And puts his hand on your forehead. You instantly feel death's touch. You feel like your whole body is being electrocuted. As you feel the necromancy shooting through your body. Like a neurotoxin to all of your nerves. Your body drops limp and you hit the floor. He looks and says, he'll be awake in a few moments.
If this is going on, I'm gonna wake. I'm gonna get up. And
Can I lightly
be
kick
like,
him?
hey, this isn't necessary. All right, he's got a big mouth, but you don't need to wave that type of power over him.
He's gonna put his hand in the room. I might not be permitted to kill you, but you would be surprised what you could live through. Puts his hand back and he says, he should be ready when it's his turn. He turns and begins to walk out of the room. The other guards just laugh. He's like, yeah, tell the little bitch you got a taste of it. As they start walking back, they close the door. A gentleman in a blue robe looks and says, go ahead, guys, I got this. And he closes the gate and he takes over as the guard. The other ones continue to walk off laughing.
Another draconian?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast a spell, Virtue, and to give him a temporary hit point.
It's gonna be great, but he's still unconscious. He has technically what we call necroplasm
Can I try to like pick him up and like put him on a bed that way he's not-
touching him, so he's got like a little mark you'll see here on his head that we need to make sure is not there.
Can I tell if he is injured physically or?
He is in excruciating pain, but he can't move. He's totally immobilized and it looks like he's asleep. He's breathing, he has a pulse, but you see the stuff is slowly seeping off of his head, and as it's seeping off of his head, it seems like maybe it's lessening as he's sweating and some of it's coming off of him.
Is this something that a sorcerer would be able to do as well? That type of magic?
Anthony, you're the only one that's a quote-unquote magic cast that's awake.
Yeah.
So roll for a knowledge arcana.
Alright. This is not how I normally play characters. See, I'm gonna play him like this.
That's good, that's good.
My normal character is very composed and
He's
logical
doing
thinking.
good.
Uh,
12.
You're gonna know that it's a neurotoxin that's on him. It's not arcane magic, that it's literally just toxins that's causing hallucinogen and pain to him right now, and then the longer it stays on him, the more he's gonna agonize.
Alright, can I try to recall something, a way to treat his wounds or something?
You know that if you wipe it off, and in first aid, you know that once the toxin's removed, it's not soaking in because it won't permeate the skin. But once it's off, the effects will wane.
Do you tell us that?
Okay, alright, so there's a neurotoxin that entered him through the top of his head. I'm gonna try to begin first aid on him.
Do you tell it? Do you tell
You
it?
literally see
Yeah.
it standing. It looks like
That's what I'm
a
saying out loud.
bluish paint just laying on his head.
I go up to him and I spit on his forehead, and I grab kind of like my cloth, like
Yeah, you grab a piece of fabric.
yeah, from my little kilt thing that I'm wearing as a barbarian. I just wipe it off his forehead.
As you do, he begins to speak. He's like, you can hear him actually taking his breath, not just see his chest, maybe you can hear him breathing because he's coming out of extreme pain. So he's like fanning his breath, either that or he's messed himself. You're not sure yet, but it probably could be both.
I'm gonna,
And while I did that to you, I'm like, witch, you have big mouth, little brain.
That's actually quite accurate for this character.
I'm gonna try to help him get to his feet and,
Yeah, at this
Like-
point, it's a couple minutes are passing. He's beginning to become completely coherent. You guys realize at this point that, bro, what the hell were you doing?
Yeah.
And he's looking at you
Yeah.
blank slated like he has no idea what just happened.
I'm awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, you're awake, and all you see is they're like helping you up, and you're like, you have no memory of the occurrence.
old sport, that wasn't wise.
What happened? Well, last thing I remember was dark, and now it's
The last
light.
thing you remember was you snapping your fingers the first time earlier.
I still have that. So, no.
I mean, at that point, after seeing these brutes,
Mind you,
I'm not
didn't
gonna
know
care
that.
about that.
I didn't know. I'm aiming
I'm
upward.
way
so
past that.
I'm aiming upward, so if it does, it's gonna hit the roof. I wouldn't see
No,
myself.
I'm saying at that point, remember I told you I would cut your hand off
Yeah.
if you did it again, but at this point, after everything that just happened, I don't give a shit about your little snapping anymore.
Garden
yeah,
says-
yeah, things have changed. Things have dramatically changed since then.
Bigger opponent.
The guard in blue looks and goes, good. I couldn't tell you to wipe it off, but he should be fine. He's not gonna remember like the last 5 minutes. Just like you guys won't remember your last fight when your wizard got ripped in half.
Jeez.
I'm gonna pick my hat up before I put it on.
When they say,
What happened? Why? 5 minutes of why? What happened?
I look at the guard, I'm like, a wizard's death is always good.
Oh,
Where did
I
he-
can tell you weren't a friend of his, but considering you two were teamed in the battle because you hated each other, you didn't look too happy to see the other barbarian rip him in half. But you did get their wizard.
Where did they bury him?
Very who?
The wizard, where did they bury him? If he was on our team, he should have a resting place, a place
Oh.
where.
No, they just threw his body in the pit.
I'm horrified by this. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Don't worry, don't
They're
worry.
savages.
Between when they throw the water into the ship trains and stuff, between the feces and the animals, there's nothing left by the end of the day.
Oh god. Oh,
It's gonna be a lot of blood.
Pharasma, save us
I
all.
got pissed.
The barbarian is gonna go urinate in the corner.
No, yeah, pretty much. My guy just goes to the corner. You're talking to the guard, and I literally piss in the cell. Like, it's the corner, I don't care.
And I'm looking over, I'm like, oh my god.
If he's marking that corner, I'm
Are
gonna
you
mark
trying
this
to
one.
check him out there?
And it's like this.
Hey, give me a D20 roll for just a minute.
If he's gonna mark that corner, I'm gonna go mark this one.
Let's hope he doesn't have one.
Ah, yes, establish the piss corner.
It's a 10.
Exactly. It is a 10.
It's a 10. I'm actually gonna write that down.
You have permission and
Special ability.
Yeah.
you have the ability to produce a 10-inch club.
Hey, short stack, brother.
Kicks him into the wall.
You want to see how formidable urine is? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Actually, you gotta roll a d4 to see how
Roll a D1. We went.
My character has
one.
a small
Exactly.
penis.
Take a
That's
look.
fine. He doesn't need to
Anthony,
roll.
give me a will save to just give me a will save for a minute, and I gotta give you what you do.
Where's it going?
6.
Turning away.
We'll save. 21.
At this point, instead of staring, you look away and you tell him, "Better technique, hold the control, less mess."
Yeah.
You're trying to instruct him without looking to aim it in a better fashion.
Jeez. I'm surrounded by barbarians and idiots. And savages.
I'm a monk and a barbarian.
So the orc's getting up and going to the other corner to urinate.
I'm gonna go walk over to, I guess the disgusted cleric, as I can visibly tell he is disgusted. Can you tell me what happened these past 5 minutes? 'Cause I'm out of the loop, brother. I just don't know.
There was a guard that came and he began to intimidate you, and you didn't back down.
Mm-hmm.
And then the leader of the guards came and put a neurotoxin on your forehead.
Okay.
This neurotoxin caused you to forget the last 5 minutes of what just happened.
All right, got it. Thank you.
As you're telling him, the guard's gonna go, "At least you don't remember the pain."
There was pain. I see.
Seemed like there was a lot of.
Yeah, you looked like you were in pain.
Ah. Thank you.
As you
Do we have our weapons with us?
walk,
So?
you start to feel like a little bit of agony in your
that's-
ankles.
that's
You look
right,
down.
Give me your penis.
There is a line all the way up your leg that's purple and blue from where your leg was spasming from the pain.
Ah.
And you just bruised.
It appears I'm dying. Wow.
Barbarian.
Nah, your body's just flinching. You'll be fine.
Really?
Yeah, give it a little bit. Tell the cleric to spit on it.
Cleric? Will that do anything?
No.
No? Damn. He says won't do anything, so I'm just gonna sit on the bed and rest.
Barbarian, you might want to spit on his leg
This
for him.
cleric is worthless. I spit on your forehead and you're talking again.
I like to save my ability to heal for when I need it.
I like this guy. This guy right here. I point to the barbarian.
I don't like you.
That's fine. I know. We're gonna be amazing friends. I see it already.
You like us enough for the both of us.
That sounds about right. That's how most my friendships go. But this group
I'm
doesn't
surprised-
seem much different.
I'm surprised you can make friends.
I don't know if I'm.
Ah, me and you both.
Seems about right.
Do you?
Oh yes, the door. Somebody's at the door. Somebody took the door.
There's a
I'll be right back. And the guard walks off for a moment. Comes back. He looks and goes, "All right, dwarf,
Yes.
you gotta come with me, man."
All right.
No.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go towards the door.
Not little Pippi. No, don't take him.
Call me Pippi again.
Where's
I don't know your name.
I am Malachite.
Don't take him away. Look at him. He's no taller than an elf child.
Where are
He
you
can't
taking
fight.
him?
They have called for him in the arena.
Are we not a team?
Whenever they decide it is a team, they pull you as a team. Singles, group combat, however they feel. They did an endurance test. Luckily, your half orcs survived the sharks.
I don't fear death. I welcome it.
No, I'm not the same. I don't really like
We
dying.
were just scared of someone peeing in a corner.
He's right. You were.
Being in a corner is completely disgusting.
Well, yeah.
Dwarf, we must go. If we wait, they'll kill us both.
I don't think I want to die, so I'm gonna lock
Don't-
this.
Walks to the door. I'll unlatch it.
Don't die, dwarf. Don't die.
Come with me. Begin to close it.
I can handle more than you think.
Cleric, do you wish to call penance to your god for your friend?
I think you should. He could die.
There's only one God, and that is the steel.
I respect that.
I don't
do.
respect that. There are several gods, mine being one of them.
I can respect that
all
too.
the time.
I can respect that too.
Unfortunately, this dwarf doesn't look like he has any steel, so nice knowing you.
Oh, well, I mean, if he's saying that's knowing you're probably gonna die because he probably has the most fighting out of all of us.
I'm gonna go up to the dwarf and put my hand on his head.
That makes both of us.
This blessing will give you nothing, but I wish the best for you.
I'm gonna go touch his head. This blessing, I wish you the best of luck.
That was nothing. He doesn't believe in God.
I do not, but I wish you the best of luck.
Good luck, do not die. And if you do, good knowing you.
I'm stronger than you think.
Praise be for Asma.
Good luck.
Praise
At that
be my
point,
fists.
he's leaving with him. You guys, I'll continue the stuff with Draven in just a moment. You guys continue with what you're doing. We're going to be gone for seemingly 45 minutes.
I'm just gonna sit there and rest my leg.
By this time, you notice that it's unclenching and it's not as blue. It's starting to turn like a reddish color, like it's swollen.
Okay.
I'm sorry, old sport. What was your name?
Me?
Yes.
Oh. My name's Arthur Flanagan, but everybody just calls me useless. But you can call me Arthur Flanagan.
Arthur. I'm pretty well versed in first aid. Do you mind if I take a look at your leg?
Oh, be my guest, please. That would be wonderful.
I'm gonna try to do regular basic ass first aid on his leg. No magic.
Oh, if you need to cut it, I'm a snap. I can cauterize it immediately if need be.
I don't
No
know
fire, just
if
snap it.
we'll have to resort to that. Are you okay if I roll a heal check?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes my leg.
18.
Just check an excerpt.
Let's see, I put some stuff in here.
You are wasting your time with him, priest. His
21.
mouth is gonna get him
As
killed.
being a
anyways.
healer, he's turned around and he's wrapped it in bandages
His mouth is
so tight that it's caused the swelling to stop immediately, and it's beginning to heal backward. You can see the coloration coming back to regular pigment. In about 2 to 3 minutes, it'll be as if nothing had ever happened.
Oh, that feels wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yes, I've survived 150 years. I'm not going to die that is just by my mouth alone.
Death may come to him, but it should come to him nobly, not by some parasitic virus.
I look at him like, elf, 150 years. You have not lived long enough.
With a mouth like mine, you live long enough to see whether you're going to die or not. Don't worry.
Elves typically, even in Pathfinder, live to like
They're they can be
600
600 years
years,
old.
yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to make him like 400, but I thought that'd be too much. I still want to
Yeah.
make him relatively young.
Yeah, cool. Like a 50-year-old baby Yoda.
Exactly.
I'm so used to snapping. That's not me doing that. Okay, that's just me answering. Am I going to die?
No, I'm pointing at Draven for this.
The monk is not going to come back well.
Well, I hope the monk makes it. Anyway, so you.
We're probably hearing like the crowd outside cheering and
Actually, you guys
Big
are
green
so
guy.
deep you hear nothing.
You're the only one
Gray.
that's not. Huh?
I
I'm
can eat
gray.
some chips.
You're a gray one? Big gray guy. You've not spoken to him. How do you do? I'm on the Flanagan. I'm going to extend my hand
You
out.
want to push your hand away?
Alright, not much for handshakes. What is your name?
Nail.
Nail. Is your father Hammer?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. So tell me, what are you?
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm a fighter.
Really? What are you proficient in?
Fighting.
Your weapon. He speaks of your weapon.
I fight with a warhammer and I fight with a sword.
Interesting. My father fought with that. Well, not the hammer, but the sword.
Drive it through.
Sword hammer.
Warhammer and sword.
Well, you slice
Those
the
are
sword
what-
and you hit it with the warhammer and push it all the way through.
There's nothing like the axe.
At this point, you'll
It's a
notice.
strong weapon too.
At this point, half orc, you turn and you look and you notice he's holding an orc axe.
Where did you get that?
From a dead orc.
Was it your father?
No.
No? Okay, then we don't have to worry about that.
He's a human blacksmith.
Did you at least bury the
You
body?
actually asked that in character, right?
Yeah.
Was it your father?
No, my father's a human blacksmith. Where is my father?
Did he make that weapon?
Oh, you have a orc mother?
Yes.
Oh.
A dead orc mother.
Oh, okay, well, I'm
Damn
glad I asked
wizards.
about the father. Huh?
Damn wizard.
I don't answer
wizards.
unless he
At
asks.
this point, I've told you guys your background. This is where you can tell what happened if you'd like.
Damn wizard shocked my whole family. Killed every orc in town.
That's a tragedy. I'm going to say a prayer for each person who died for you at this moment.
I love it.
Good luck knowing how many, because I do not know how many there were.
Then I will spend the rest of my day praying for each of those souls. And he's just gonna go and like sit down and meditate in prayer. Like a Tebow.
At this point, Draven, I need an acrobatics roll from you.
Is that an accident?
Okay, that's an 11.
With your acrobatics, it's 11.
Yeah, it's 11.
I said, if you are extra,
Another one?
I hit his neck really hard.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You guys are terrible.
17.
You can ask,
17?
I mean, you can
And one
continue
more.
asking me about the axe. I just said I got it from a dead orc. I didn't say if I
Let's
killed
see,
it or
12.
not, so.
I guess they are critical physical.
You might, or you might not. I almost died and we just started.
I might come with like 15 health back.
That would have been the fastest I've ever died in a campaign.
What's your max life?
15.
My wife. Oh, we got pizza at home. Jesus.
I'm gonna get up for a second really quick and
I love to
like in the middle like prayer and stuff. Like, why did all of your people die?
I don't know. Randomly, we were just having normal life, then next moment, the wizard was in town zapping us all.
Damn witches.
Yeah, damn witches.
Death is such a beautiful thing, but not when it comes that way.
Yeah, I agree with that.
While he's telling his story, I'm like, you can see that I'm getting really angry. Or, you know, like frustrated and angry as well.
Yeah, you're not raging, but you're.
I'm gonna come up to you and put my hand on your shoulder and be like,
At that point, you realize. At that point, you realize when you put your hand on his shoulder that it's covered in dirt and what smells like shit from his last fight. And he was laying on the ground over by the corner when he woke up. That's that corner.
well, I still have empathy for him, even though I'm
Just let you know that Orc needs a bath and human needs a bath.
I try not to look visibly disgusted and I say,
As you say, oh,
friend, do you want to talk about it?
Go to your corner and pray, priest.
And then I just look at how disgusting my hand is right now. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get out of here. This is so disgusting.
At this point, you're looking at him like, what the hell's wrong? Being a barbarian, you really don't give a shit about those things. In the last fight, of course, when the wizard was ripped apart on both sides, because between the rage of the two barbarians, when he grabbed your wizard, of course, his wizard was open. And when you grabbed, you ripped him and he ruptured and shit over the shoulder as you were taking his body and banging it over your own shoulder to rip it in half even better. When you're sitting there, you see the little bit of like poop and puke and you're like, what is this? You begin to remember that you grabbed him by his waist and crushed his intestines as he was casting stuff in your face, and you begin headbutting him unconscious, slamming him over your shoulder in rage by his legs until you literally smashed and destroyed his spine, reached inside his stomach, through his belly button, ripping him open.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The only problem was when we were doing this, almost an identical action was happening on the other side of the ring, but you didn't care. You were in a rage. You ended up taking and twisting his wrist and popping the hands off, screaming, yelling, witch, witch, as you threw his body to the ground and you stomped his head until you shattered every bit of it. At this point, you remember that you won your match because it was a dual match. You were taking on their wizard and they were taking on yours. And you both had the chance to go into combat with each other, but instead, because of your hatred, you chose the wizard. So instead of barbarian to barbarian, you went for the wizard. And upon you running across the middle, that's when the divider dropped and separated you from each other. You were the one that chose to allow that wizard to die, which you wanted to kill the other wizard more.
Right.
You begin
Which is dead.
remembering this. No one else knows this, but you know you did, and people in the arena did, and you start seeing that, and there's a little hint of a smile coming to your face. You may.
So as I remember this, I'm just probably going dead witch. Very dead witch.
Put my hands in my pockets.
Roll for sense of motive, just for a second.
Are you a wizard friend? Are you a wizard friend?
Actually, no, I'm not.
13.
You see that half smile, and you realize he's happy. So you may even think that maybe you have consoled him.
Yeah, I think like, all right.
Because you see the motive, you see he's happy now, and you know you just came from there. So you're like, maybe I did impact
I
this.
think we're getting somewhere. You and I.
Where's my D20, Jerry?
I look at him,
Okay.
and I just keep going back to my thoughts.
I was holding it because I was about to use it.
No,
I
that's
just
fine.
have hope. I'm thinking like, I'm gonna convert this man.
Kind of like Tim Tebow and Aaron
What's actually
Hernandez.
happening?
Can I say that was an evil smile?
That's
I'm
really
gonna put my
funny.
hands in my pockets.
You heard, Chris? That's Tim Tebow and Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, so at this point you hear, I start walking back down the hallway, the gentleman in the blue, and I'm bringing the monk's body, dragging it behind me.
Oh Jesus.
Monk!
As I get to the door, I unlock it, and I bring him in and lay him down for a second, step back out and close the door. And I look at you guys. I'm like, what?
I'm gonna immediately like go and check his pulse, see if he's alive.
He's alive. Bro, this is how I always have to bring you guys back when you survive.
Is he awake?
He will be in a little bit. I didn't throw him in the pit, did I?
Oh God.
He won.
He's
It was an acrobatics challenge.
There's a lot of heart in that little body.
All they had to do was keep jumping from ledge to ledge till one fell into the pit. I will admit it was pretty sneaky of the dwarf to do what he did, but you know,
What do you do?
What did you do?
He's asleep.
Is he awake or is he asleep?
oh, he's asleep.
Well, we ask you then.
Well, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but because of his height and stature, he was having a problem jumping, you know, but he was very acrobatic in it. And he hit his stomach once on one of the planks, and the second time he hit his stomach, he puked on the plank. The next gentleman was trying to get up on the plank, and he slipped and fell. I don't know for sure that he did it on purpose, but I would not blame him. That was 75 feet to the bottom from that point. He's only, what, 2 foot off the ground? That's a long ways for him to go.
Pharasma rests his soul.
Improvised acrobatics. I like it. That's cool.
It was close, though.
Huh?
Very close.
I'm gonna cast Virtue on him to give him a temporary hit point.
About that time you begin waking up, you don't remember the battle. You're just like, you do have a weak stomach. You feel like maybe you've been punched in the stomach, and you feel like you might want to puke again. You know what? Give me a reflex save.
Stat 20.
Okay. At this point, you feel the cringe in your stomach, and you taste a little bit of the puke in your mouth, but you're able to realize that you're alive. So you just kind of wholeheartedly lean back and swallow, and you think of the fresh air that you breathe was taking while you were going up the columns. And you're like, wait, what columns?
What just happened?
After hearing that, I go to that corner, like where there's like mud and like shit and piss. I grab a stack, rub it in my hands, go up to him. Like,
Oh no! I'm trying to jump away.
you can't. You're like, you're barely awake, and I go, warrior.
Oh, like 4 fingers?
Yeah, like the 4 fingers.
Straight up will save to do nothing.
Wilson.
It takes over 17. If you don't get over 17, your will is just, you just let it fucking roll, bro.
Oh my god.
You're just like, yes.
Alright. So that's a 10 plus a 5, 15. Yes.
So at this point, he does that, and you want to say something, but you're like, hell nah.
He's gonna
I
fucking
fucking survived.
Alright.
So you
I'll
got
just
like
let it
4
happen.
finger, like it's just mud, shit. And
Now I need a
And
reflex
blood, and
from
blood.
the cleric, and I need a reflex from you also to not puke.
Yeah.
Alright.
But I'm like, warrior.
Instead of fortitude, these are reflexes because it's going to be an instant action.
19.
18.
Okay, you both do not perform the instant action of puking as well as fortitude. There's a reflex to catch it because there was no question you were going to do it.
Damn. What a sign.
I'm gonna rip
Wow.
off some of my robe and start trying to clean his face for him. Like, this is so gross.
Don't touch. He is a warrior today. Don't touch.
Oh my god. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I mean, typically we would be in the wild. It would be just
Yeah.
mud. But I do with I do what I got to do with what I got.
I just sigh. Like,
That's what's up. That was not in character. That was out of character. That was just, that's what's up.
Just a moment, guys.
I wonder who's up next.
I hope it's the barbarian.
Well, did you get him cleaned off, cleric?
No, because apparently this is some sort of savage warrior ritual.
Good enough. Let's go.
With me,
Yeah.
Cleric, no, not you too.
I welcome a worthy death.
Don't die, please.
Today's the day.
Who else? They're gonna kill me. Don't die.
Yeah. The worst part is, it's him versus 2 other clerics.
Don't die.
Go heal him to death.
Heal him to death.
I follow you.
Yeah, he can make
Before he leaves, I go, do not trust in your false god. Trust in your steel.
I'm just gonna like
I'm gonna
bow.
pull out like my dagger. I'm like, you talk about my god one more time, we're gonna have a problem.
Yes, that's steel. That's good steel.
That is good steel.
And then I
No,
compose myself.
as you do that, I go, good.
I compose myself. I'm like,
Good, let the hate flow through.
this is I'm becoming one of them.
Yeah.
I'm becoming one of them. I can't believe
At
it.
this point, I look to go, you might want to clean the blade off a little bit. It still has blood on it from earlier.
See, you did trust me.
I drop it immediately. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Here,
You
you
might need it this time, too.
I pick it up and I clean it off. I'm like,
I'm just gonna bow.
Do you want to
Pay
borrow my
respects.
rapier?
And sit on the bed.
He bows to you with like the lines of shit and mud and blood on his face.
I'm trying to be grateful and at the same time I'm disgusted too. Thank you.
How close are you to him when you're bowing at him?
I'm actually pretty close.
All right, so give me a percentage dice. Over 60%.
I need some percentage dice on that.
Yeah.
Wait, you want me to roll or have you roll?
You. Over 60% it happens.
74.
Oh, yeah. Roll for reflex.
That's a 1. Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of his glory has flown off onto you. Luckily, you weren't talking as it hit the corner of your mouth, because it would have been worse.
I don't think that's gonna be your only reaction.
And I'm like, come on, holy man, let's go. This is.
Please don't die. I don't need you to die.
you. Disgusted.
It begins. Close the door, and you walk out.
Tell us about your fight, dwarf. What happened?
It was pretty good. First, where is the cleric's bed?
I don't know. I had the one. Pick the middle one.
All right, I'm gonna take the sheets and I'm gonna wipe my face off.
Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
I'm gonna say
3
warrior.
rolls. It's gonna be all knowledge rolls. Alright. Religion for the first one.
Alright, first one's a 16.
Knowledge arcana.
That is a 4.
Knowledge nobility.
And that's a nat 1.
Oh
You're
no.
dead.
Well.
I just gotta chill. I got a bad feeling about this cleric, guys.
Oh, you got an nat 20 on the second one.
Oh god. My cleric.
Of course.
And a 3 and a 3, so that's not bad.
As you were saying, Jacob, as you were saying about your glorious interaction.
Oh yes. I
Would
can't
he,
remember
would he
also,
remember
though.
this though? That battle or the little?
No?
No, you don't remember.
He just knows what he
Bluff.
heard. He just
So you just make up
I'm
something.
gonna make up a
he
story.
just remembers there were columns and his stomach hurts and he puked
And Juan.
Can I?
somebody died.
I want to make up a story.
Go ahead. Roll
I
for
remember.
bluff after.
Oh, alright.
After you roll for bluff, and then they're gonna roll to sense motive.
I remember when it happened. I was running across these columns, and this man was right behind me. So what I did was I turned around, and I belly pumped him, and he started spiraling like a throwing star right down. I remember
What is a
this
throwing
part.
star? Oh, my character's asking.
It's pointy, 4 points. I've seen it before, I think.
Continue your story, dwarf.
And after that, I raised both my hands in the air. I'm not feeling too good though.
I like his
All right, roll for bluff.
I have nothing in bluff. Oh, so close to a 2.
All right. Even though it's a 2, everybody sense motive.
Just my bonuses I already know.
Someone getting that one and just like.
No, because there's a lighter line for this. Huh?
18.
18. Tony.
What is it? What am I doing now?
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
2.
5. Did you add your modifier to yours? Was it 2 total?
What's the? Where is it at? Where is it at?
On your skills. On
Oh,
that.
I see. Wait.
So 3.
3.
Yeah.
Anthony, what'd you get?
I'm not there.
He's not here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He just he overhears it.
No, I mean he's not here.
I got
What did you roll?
You got a 5?
2. 3.
But we already, but we
The
already.
only one that knows better, even though he did a low roll on the bluff,
It's the monk.
No, the fighter.
is the fighter.
Congratulations.
He believes it himself because he had such a low bluff that he believed himself. He literally just gave himself, really big fish. He just pulled that off.
Congratulations.
You two believe that this may have been how it happened because he's alive and
Yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna choose to believe it anyways. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That was
whatever
amazing.
you
That
say.
sounds amazing.
He's here, and I respect.
Can you show
him.
us how you did that?
I told him crazy.
We're in a small cell. You want me to like belly bump you or something?
Hit the
I
wall.
would like to see this.
Hit the wall. Go ahead. Show us how you did it. Show us your maneuver.
So you want me to throw him?
Yeah, I mean,
okay. I need you to roll for willpower. Give me a will save to see if you do this out of blind fury as a dwarf being challenged.
22.
Yeah, you're gonna belly flop that wall. You won't give no fucks.
Let me show you how it's done. I'm gonna jump from the bed onto a wall and go.
Congratulations, I think I see some dust.
Uh, 4 points of damage. As your face and belly and everything, you hit the wall and you fall back onto the cot and into the floor.
I'm gonna get back up and I'm just.
That's a lot for a level 1 character.
That was a lot.
At this point, you should start your rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be 45 minutes, maybe, whatever. He should be fully healed up by
Each
then.
one's 45 minutes.
yeah.
I'm a bow. I'm going down.
Anthony, how many hit points did you have?
18.
Okay, so as we're coming back, you see me dragging his body, which that's a good thing. It's a good thing, right?
Then it turns around and goes.
I'm dragging his body, I throw him inside, and as I throw him inside, you see him hit the ground and roll over. You see his whole back exposed, and you see 10 lashes across his back, cut wide open.
Only you can close it.
He is literally sitting at 0.
Barbarian, I'm sorry. I know you hate the fire, but I have to seal these wounds. I'm gonna just start trying to cauterize them.
I look at him. I guess I would be. It's kind of like grab and be like, "You did not die. Your God was not with you today." And I just.
Am I unconscious?
You are unconscious.
Unconsciously pull.
Can I try to cauterize these wounds?
Your God is not merciful.
Before you attempt to cauterize his wounds, I want to let you know this. It's not too deep that he's not bleeding out. Once you begin inflicting fire to him, it's going to cause damage and drop him below 0.
I'm not shooting fire. Well, I mean,
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
You'll do like 1 point of damage.
And it only takes 1 point for him to get into
What are we even
Dying
doing?
state.
dying state.
Before he does that, I look at him and I go, "Stop it, witch."
What?
I'm just going to look as the guard and be like, "Go ahead, barbarian. Seal his wounds with shit. It'll be fine."
I don't know. Use my
Let's use mud. Not the shit.
This mud is prepared for warriors only. He is no warrior.
He was a moment ago.
Anthony really wants to say something.
According to the guard, he was a warrior a moment ago.
Huh?
And as you say that, I put my hands up and go, "He did survive."
He did survive. So, he's in.
The lashes.
I look at the guard and I
From
go.
the fight.
I look at the guard and I go. Even rats survive.
And I with hands up, I go, the lashes weren't from the fight.
Kinky.
wow.
I'm starting to, the hate.
Yeah.
And
You're starting it early.
At this point, we're going to assume that you virtued up to 1, and you begin to wake up. And
Well,
you
I don't
feel-
like you because you're over here casting shit.
You feel
and
the
then I don't
pain.
like him because of his, he's just a little pompous. He's a
You-
city guy,
You feel the agonizing
I
pain
like
across
the
your
dwarf
back.
and I kind of like the fighter.
Ah.
We don't know yet. We'll see.
Do I have any recollection what happened?
Ironically, normally you wouldn't, but you were in so much pain from what happened that it lets you know what happened. And you remember this as you wake up. You remember that instead of a fight, you were questioned about your god. You and the other 2 clerics. And for every wrong answer they deemed, you received a lash. And the last one to die from the wrong answers won.
How many lashes do I have?
You have 10 lashes.
Damn.
10 of the questions that you were asked would have blasphemed against your own God.
Wow. What a terrible question.
So standing on your belief, you took the lashes in his name.
I like that. I may not be a warrior, but I believe in something, and I will not stray away from it for anyone.
I hear that.
He's more than lucky to be alive. The other gentleman,
Is he? Can he move? Is he just awake? What's going on?
oh, he's awake and he has the ability to move, but he's encumbered a little bit.
Yeah.
His whole back is literally got like 1-inch gashes across it for at least 7, 8 inches across.
Imbue in me to help you.
So
get
I-
back, 'cause I know you probably can't reach your back.
I can do a channel energy.
So I go up to the little pile that I have in the corner. Go up to him. Warrior.
And I'm just gonna be like, oh my god.
Roll for reflex, because you're gonna puke. It's just do you catch it or not.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, he just spews it all over you.
I'm like,
He has returned a warrior's virtue to you.
You need to lie him down.
Warrior.
For the audio, he has pulled it up off his chest, balled it up, and poured it on his own face for the audio.
Warrior.
So you guys know what happened there.
I'm gonna use a channel energy to heal myself and everybody in the room, I guess.
How much will that be?
It's 6.
Oh, full HP.
At this
Hey, man,
point,
you
yes, you are fully healed and feeling great. As a matter of fact, the barbarian feels invigorated.
Oh no, he's gonna kill us all.
Well, maybe, you never know.
Could be him, could be. Could be him. Could be you.
The guard just
Could be the
shakes his
guard.
head and goes,
Yeah.
it's a good thing. You. I don't know how you survived there, holy man, but the other one, he died under the 3rd lash.
Damn.
Oh, that's good. Ginger ale.
How is it with the lemonade?
Can I,
Is it
can
good
I bring him
with
up to
the-
his
is it good with
man
the
and
lemonade?
lay him there that way he...
The one that you wiped your face on?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna put you on the bed where I wipe the feces
Well,
off
I'm
my
at
face.
6 health points. I think I can manage.
Alright,
I'm like, thank you very much. I can manage.
alright then.
I would take 20 lashes for my god.
Every time he says something like that, I'm like,
Seeing what's going on, everything else, the jailer just looks and goes,
You gotta ruin a good moment for him.
Cleric,
Good moments to me.
walk to me.
I walk over.
He's gonna look around. He's like, if you all would care so much to look to the corner for a moment.
I'll turn around and look
I
at
side-eyed it.
You all turn to the corner,
Yeah, I look.
and then he tugs you and says, not you.
Okay, I don't look.
And he takes a potion of greater healing, gives it to you. He says, drink it quick. No one can know I gave it to you.
And I say,
What do we
plasma.
I said quick. Takes the bottle back, puts it back, puts it away. At this point, you're fully restored to your full hit points.
What are we looking at?
You're looking at nothing that way if you ever question, you don't die for your truth.
Reasonable. I can respect
I
that.
like telling the truth.
My wounds are healed, I'm guessing.
Yes, you actually feel them sealing. It's like a great restoration is what it is.
There's some weird electrical.
Bless you.
Bless nothing, take your seat.
Alright, I go take my seat.
We need a barbarian.
When you're in a prison situation.
You're like, fine, fuck it.
It's prison life.
This never ends. It's
I
the
wonder if
longest
it's-
tournament in history, I swear.
I wonder if it's gonna be me this time. I sure hope not.
He comes back to the door, he goes, everyone get up.
Okay.
Stand up.
I'm already standing.
We're all going.
Oh, well, damn didgeridoo. We're already
Wait,
done.
what do you mean we?
Just shut up and come on. Pops the lock open.
Okay.
This might be that group thing there.
I'm gonna tighten up my hat, make sure it's on correct, and walk right out that door.
Oh,
Follow me.
Put my hair back on my
He starts
side.
walking down the hallway, looks back. You guys coming?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start walking
Yeah.
there.
You start walking down the hallway. He goes to where the door was. He leans it open a little bit, looks across, looks back, pops it open again. He says, go, leave, run, go to the right, go, just run.
I start booking it.
I'm booking it.
Why aren't you coming?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow too.
I guess I'm going with the team.
Let's
He
go.
begins running behind you a little ways and he stops and goes, they said to kill you. They wanted you all dead.
Come with us, they'll kill you for this.
No. I'm good where I'm at. They already think I'm dead. About that time you realize that you guys had a party member who was still alive. As he leans the blue cloak up, you look, and he pulls the skin up and over. The rogue from your group. The halfling. He's like, go! This shit's heavy, go! Go!
Then come with us.
Pulls it back down.
Yeah, you book it.
Oh, so, okay, he's in the sky.
We're gone.
So I start running to where he's telling me to.
As you're going down the hall, it splits into 4 different paths.
You guys notice as I run, like my chest muscles just.
He's straight up Jerry cruising this shit.
The muscles, yeah, the veins, you know, like now that I'm free and running, like the veins are just starting to pop out of the body.
Very nice.
Don't run through the wall.
You run up, there's 4 different passageways. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna take the third one.
I want to go to the middle one or
The middle one, just break through the wall.
1, 2, 3, 4, just about parallel with each other, but
Going
they ascend at an angle.
You know, peek through the first one.
Whichever one we go through, we should probably go together.
I can shoot fire through each of them, see if they give us some light, see which one lead to.
I
Can you do that?
first.
Huh?
So you go shoot fire?
No, I'm saying that to them. Like I can do that. I'm giving them an idea of what I can do.
Let's look to see if there's light before we start shooting fire in there.
Oh, it seems to be dark all the way down through these corridors.
Well,
I have low
You
light
choose.
vision.
And in this low light, you see about 20 feet down in
I have
it.
20 feet down. Yeah.
I always choose the right, so I would go number 4.
I have dark vision. I can see.
All right.
further down one.
4 it is.
4?
I
I'm
think
looking down 4.
we should all stay together. If we split
Unless
up, we
you're
don't
telling
know.
us you're gonna do that.
No,
I
I'm
have
asking you guys
dark
if it's a
vision.
good. If what do you guys?
In game or out of
In
game?
game.
Okay.
Yeah, I said in game. I'm saying this to you guys. Like I can shoot a fire. I can shoot a tiny projectile through each of them to give us some light to look through.
Do what you do, which.
Well, I can see it's 20 feet and then it turns. We're good for 20 feet down this door. On
Which
the fourth one?
But the 4th one, you say 4?
Goes
Alright.
20 foot, it turns to the right.
I tell them, do what you do good, which.
I'm gonna shoot. Since I heard him say that through the other thing, I'm gonna shoot a fireball. Not a fireball. A little burst of fire to see if there's anything.
20 foot, first one turns
Okay.
left. The next one, you see goes straight into darkness.
Okay.
The third one, roll for initiative.
Well,
Should have gone down the 4th one.
Actually, that's what I was gonna say.
9.
17.
mind if I borrow that?
8.
There's no initiative boosters here?
14.
Yeah, you have one key right here. It's your dex modifier.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Do you want this?
So I got 19.
Damn! Nice.
All right. There we go.
You want us to put our fighters right there?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready to ride him down? Or?
Oh, yeah.
What's your second?
Yeah, the ninja fighter.
Tony, what was yours?
19.
8. Oh. Anthony,
We should just take one.
11.
I said if we're going against one run, we just need
Ryan, what
one.
was yours?
9.
8. Draven, what'd you get?
14.
nice.
Is there any modifiers for the axe? The D8 and that's it? Or
Plus your
strength.
oh, strength? Okay.
Number 3's that.
I know.
Yeah. So you're always.
So you would have got
hitting
this
for
into fight
a
anyway.
D8 plus 4 with that guy.
And then to hit, that's my attack
You
modifier.
idea
It's your
too.
Base
base
attack?
bonus, yeah.
It's only one.
Alright, Jerry.
pretty much,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Are
level
you
1
doing
character.
level ups
Yeah.
by XP or by what's the other one?
He's doing
Hopefully the AC is not too
By
high
XP,
on these
okay.
guys.
'Cause-
For real.
okay.
My AC is pretty decent. 17.
Yeah.
No, this is a campaign.
What do you got, AC?
Yeah, this is a
I gave him a shield and plate armor.
Because now our fighters
So-
are always iffy. Do one Saturday.
Let's see.
And huh?
He was
And that's a 6.
And then more left
He's
on
got
that
an
anyways.
18.
We have like one session left. If we get 2, we can probably get through one session.
So
in
I'm just kind of
one
hoping
day.
that we can.
Why?
So are we looking at these guys right here? These
Oh
two?
yeah.
Focus.
And you
on
hear the one with the shield
when
yell,
we're gonna finish it.
let's kill them. The master said they don't get to take on the champions.
Jesus.
Well, I wanted to fight a champion, but I didn't fight anyways. Actually, I'm good. I think somebody.
All right, Oscar.
Can I
Pick
try
up.
to intimidate one of them? And
Alright.
tell them, hey, maybe you should turn around instead of stand here and
Roll
die
for
before us?
You gotta say it in that intimidation voice.
Bro, tell me exactly what you say to which one.
Leave or die.
You say it to which one? Or to
I say it
20,
to-
or you just like
I say it to the biggest one.
to the shielded one.
Shield guy, yeah. Shield
Okay.
woman.
I would listen to him.
Is it a woman carrying a shield?
No, it's a guy.
Guy, okay.
Yeah. Roll for
Because that
intimidation.
would have changed what I would have said, but what is it?
Roll for
Okay.
intimidation.
Oh my goodness gracious. 9.
He just looks and smiles. He yells, "Bow to me or die."
Alright, so it's my go, so I charge his ass.
Yep. Roll for the attack. You gotta go into a rage first, right? Goes.
He,
You're gonna assume it pops. You just gonna like rage. It's a free action.
no, I know it's a free action, but I don't know if I want to do it right now. Because I can only do it. Oh, maybe I should. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna rage up. Rage up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna charge him.
Okay, roll for the attack.
Do I move him?
Yep. Bring your character up to combat move.
Is he's 5 feet, right?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20.
I was feeling
Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh my god, I'm gonna change my die. 4 plus 1, 5.
What's your attack bonus? Is just
1. Yeah.
Yeah. You literally swing straight at his shield with your axe.
I can't I was just talking to myself.
Does an 18 hit your AC?
Yep.
When you entered the threatening square, he backhanded you. This is definitely gonna put you in a rage if you weren't. 6 points as he backhands you in the face.
Damn.
These guys are...
a backhand. 6. What?
What happens when you pick up a weapon?
Now, you guys see him get backhanded in the face, but what you don't realize is he's wearing a gauntlet, and he just literally just like manho slapped him. He like Cat Williams that motherfucker. The only reason he didn't fall to the ground is because, of course, he was pissed off and in a rage. So he's just like, whack. This guy isn't draconian, so he wouldn't knock you to the ground. It was enough to hit you and hurt you, but not enough to.
Can we tell by looking at them like what race these guys are?
He's a human, and she's an elf.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tip down my hat a bit. No, I'm kidding.
Well, hello there.
All right.
And at that point, the next one is the paladin that's in front of him. He swats at you like this again just to see if you react. Glances off of you. Says, "I said bow to me."
I just yell.
Draven.
When I'm in rage, I can't talk. Like a real.
Oh, me? Alright, as soon, like, while they're doing that, I want to, like, sprint towards the other person
They get
and
15.
go for a flurry of blows.
All right,
And I got
roll
it for
attack.
6 rounds.
Alright, first one.
So let me.
8.
Should be enough time.
Total? No.
Yeah, 8 total. And 18 total.
Yes, that one hits.
Alright, we're on D6.
These.
2
You guys want
damage.
to use this? You can too, okay?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I'll put this right in the middle because they're both probably gonna be using it.
And this person actually doesn't affect the threatening square, so you're good. Move your character up in your
It's
position.
not bad. It's a little expensive for what it is.
Take them.
I'd rather use this than.
Spaces, Jake.
You can let her fall on
Yeah.
And then it goes to Anthony.
Alrighty.
Does she have a shield?
She does not have a shield.
Okay.
She does have a symbol in her hand.
Got it.
I'm going to
A very familiar shield. As a matter of fact, roll for knowledge religion.
alright. This isn't my action, right?
No, this is just this is something
It's a
you're
knowledge
gonna
action.
Alright. Okay, mind if I use it?
Yeah.
Alright, 9. It's a knowledge religion.
Yep.
Alright, 11.
Oh wow, you realize she's carrying the same holy object you are.
Oh, she believes in the same deity as me. Oh, okay. Alright. I noticed this and I will say, praise be Pharasma, the most holy deity.
She says, "Praise be our Father," and bows her head to you as she backhands Draven. It just glances off. She just does it as a motion.
I'm going to.
It's like she's seemingly shooing you away. Which one was yours?
He's this one.
Yeah, right up beside her.
The really pompous looking one there.
Yeah, he just kind of like, when she did it, it wasn't even like an attack. She was just like, almost like fanning him away from him.
Be gone.
I'm gonna hold my standard action until like the top of the next
rotation.
round. Yeah, so I can be first next round.
Ryan, your action, sir.
I'm gonna charge the one in armor, drawing my hammer, hitting him at the same time.
So you're gonna upstrike him. Roll for the attack. At this point, technically, he is staring at the barbarian, so you're technically catching him flat-footed at this point, even though he's not flat-footed as far as stance.
20.
It's a hit, roll for damage.
13.
Oof. As you come up with that, you literally smack and knock his tower shield out of the way, and you catch him right underneath the chin. And it just tips his head back, he's dizzy, disorientated, he's staggering really hard. He's still there, but he's like, he just got rocked.
If anybody's bowing, he'll be bowing to us.
He doesn't even reply, he's just like staggered as fuck. Kair.
As I'm gonna weigh my options here, man, I could leave these guys right now. I don't have to fight. I can get out of here. But if I go out of here, they're gonna die. So I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna die. So I'm just gonna draw my bow and aim for the elf lady because those two are probably standing at the same height as the other guy, if not taller. So I'm gonna most likely hit them with the arrow rather than the shielded dude.
Shooting into combat.
You're
Yeah.
still shooting into combat though.
Right, but how tall are you? How tall is the elf lady? Is she?
She's approximately 6'3".
I'm 4
And how tall is your character?
Like 5'9",
So
5'8".
it's kind of stagnant.
5'10". It's like 5'10".
5'10". Also, I would have to actually roll to miss hitting him.
You would have to actually call the shot for a headshot, which is going to make it an even higher AC.
Right. So I guess I'll just run in there and hit her with the what weapon did I pick? A rapier.
Are you swinging in between the two people, or what are you doing?
Let's see. It's 5, 10, 15. Well, no, if I try to run behind her, that's gonna give her an attack of opportunity, isn't it?
I'm
So run beside her.
You're right beside her?
Run up beside her.
All right, put your person beside her, and then you can go for the attack.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go for that attack. Doesn't hit.
Yeah, no. She then again swats at you the same way she did Draven. She's like, back away from me, scum.
Damn! Fuck! Rude daughter of a bitch, aren't you?
She just looks at you discerningly. Then it's back to the human. Swinging.
9, 10.
You're still in your action.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, he's before me.
I'm gonna
He's standing
act
front.
on the same time as him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the
She has to
spell.
swipe down.
I have it all. Shield of Faith. Cast it on him. It gives him +2 to his AC.
Before you can cast, you're standing beside her, right?
I never moved.
Give me a will save.
9.
As you go to cast, she sees your hands move. She grabs you and begins to kiss you.
I grab her back too. My character hasn't kissed a woman in forever.
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10?
Oh yeah, 9, 10, yeah, 10.
So 11 total.
No, 10.
What?
And he's still staggered at the rock. I'm gonna say you get it because he is like
I heard
fucking
what you
adult
said.
still. Roll for damage.
I'm gonna let D20.
Good work.
Do this one, right?
But mind you, her turn is before ours, so.
No.
What is he? What are you doing?
It's back to the top.
It's a D8 plus
Yeah.
strength plus,
So I have
and he's raging too. So
I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm just
11.
in front of me.
11.
Yep.
Good God.
As you do this, you literally come in with the axe. You catch his helmet. It clips back. He's still unconscious. and he just falls to the ground. He's alive, but he's totally out.
Can I attempt to catch him so he don't hit the ground?
You're gonna attempt to catch him. Roll for reflex.
6.
Yeah, no. Even with not him fighting against it, gravity is against you on that one. He's in full armor, he's got a shield, his helmet just got rocked, and
Yeah, so
you're a little bit behind. He falls to the ground. He's out. Goes to Draven.
Alright, I'm not sure if I want to punch.
He's gonna bite her ankles.
They're making up, by the way, right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm
As you
so
see
confused.
this.
I'm just gonna see if I can sweep it.
I'm just going with it. This is the
I
most.
want to try to
action
sweep
he's
the leg.
gonna
That way,
play.
we can all escape.
You go sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
Roll for reflex, Anthony.
Which legs?
Oh, both of us.
He's going for hers. He's gonna. If
Oh,
you don't, yeah, he's gonna.
Oh, that's better. A 19.
All right, so he goes in. He goes for the sweep. Roll for it because it's gonna have to have a contact. It's not a CMD, so
15 plus, what am I?
even though she's staggered, she just lifts her foot, steps away, and puts her leg around his waist
Oh my god.
and pulls him in.
And I'm like, I grab her butt too.
He is now cradled to her.
I'm like, this is.
We should all run away now.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm walking.
Anymore?
Ryan, your turn.
I've been in that
Just
cage
run.
for too long.
We could leave.
Just leave.
So we could leave.
We could leave. I'm all for the idea.
I'm gonna look at the Paladin's Tower Shield, see if it's better than mine.
It is.
I'm so
It's
confused
Walmart.
as to what's going on
I'm
that
sorry.
like I come out of rage. Like I'm like, "Ugh."
I'm a
So you swap shields to a more ornate shield.
Barbarian is just like
Give me a perception on this shield.
My grunt is.
ready.
6.
So you look at it and you're like, damn, there's a symbol on this one. This is nice. And you pick it up, dropping another tower shield.
I like this one better. He can have that old one.
Do you show it to anybody? Do they?
I got a new shield.
I'm going out. I don't know what's happening. I'm like I'm unraging right now.
You're like,
I'm like
so he just showed you his shield that he just took from the paladin.
I'm literally just hovering over this guy's butt, like he's on the ground, just like.
Just
Would it be knowledge of religion?
actually, you just roll for perception. See if this is something you guys have seen before.
This guy's over here making out, and we're over here like already looting this guy.
You don't know shit.
Okay, so that's
It's not combat anymore.
I have terrible rolls there.
Well, 17.
17. You know the symbol. It's the cleric's symbol.
Oh, that's his symbol.
Cool.
That's
my
his
shield.
Oh, nice.
That's his symbol.
That's his god symbol. That's
I guess you worship him now. Okay, let's just.
No, I worship the shield.
Worship the steel.
all right.
As I'm out of rage, I yell at this guy, "Go, priest! Tell your girlfriend to show us out of here."
I'm gonna try to kind of push her off of me.
She just steps back and she just smiles at you.
And I'm like completely smitten, of course. I'm like, how leave?
We don't. I don't know. She looks over. She's like, oh, God, my brother.
Oh, that's your brother.
He's
I
still
look
breathing,
at-
but he's unconscious.
I just took a shield.
He's not dead.
My shield.
Just very hurt.
I'm like gonna smirk the fact that it's her brother and not like her boyfriend or something. And be like,
She turns and says, we were running away too. They let us loose. We have to leave. They're gonna kill all of us.
well, you can join us. Welcome to our team.
You're so easily accepting them,
Oh,
but
my
they
God.
were just—they just said they had orders to kill
the guy
us.
up.
You remember
Pick
that
the brother up.
I'm gonna try to
when you watched it?
my shield on my
No,
back.
I never watched
They
it.
said orders to kill.
And there's like a priest, but
This
he's
is
like a
all-
pervert the whole time.
Yeah, that's.
This is like,
I'll put my
I don't believe this one.
Put his shield
Sango, I'm gonna grab your ass. Moroku, stop!
that's
So at this point, you grab the brother and throw him over your
I'll put my
shoulder.
old shield on my back. Put his shield on his back and to pick him up.
Being the orc and a half orc and your size and stature, you pick him up considering he was ironically human, but she's calling me brother. But she's a half elf, remember?
So you
I
said
have
you
anyone
come
who-
from that way and you were trying to escape.
What?
Did you hear that? He's doing the math, guys.
You were
Whoa.
coming from that way trying to escape?
Yes, this leads to our corridor.
So we need to go this way.
Well, then why'd you attack us and say that we needed to die?
Hello? Running for our lives?
Yeah, but
And she grabs you and kisses you again.
No,
Let's go.
you
just
said
go
you
with
had
it.
orders. You said
Just
you
go
had
with it.
orders.
I start walking back.
Let's go.
I start walking back.
Alright, so you remember the turn, straight,
Yeah.
people running at you, and a turn.
So 4.
Yeah. So
Number 4.
we went into
We went into number 3.
3. Yeah. So we go straight, make a left, go to 4.
We were in for
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
No,
grab
we're-
her by the hand and be like, alright, come on, let's get out of here. We have time
She
to
follows
do
you willingly.
I shot a fireball.
this. We have time to do this later. And
I am
Second one,
extremely
take-
suspicious
third
of the
initiative.
woman.
That was only for me 1 turn of rage. No, 2 turns of rage. So I'm like fatigued for what?
Technically, you weren't even in a rage. You were just pissed off because the dude challenged you.
Look at that.
All right.
Yeah.
So
You're technically not even expended a rage.
Okay.
When you came out of it, it was like such a dulling effect. It was less than 6 seconds
Yeah, it was
for the turn. So you're just kind of like. By the time you started to get pissed,
Yeah, it all ended.
yeah, you were getting mad when you swung at him, but then when you seen the half orc hit him and knock him, it just kind of like it kind of stole your thunder. Just kind of like, ugh. So by the time you were about to rage, you're like, fuck, did he just really rock him?
Yeah, that's why I took him out of rage right away.
And you're like, ugh. you got a little bit of like, hell yeah, he's my partner, but you got a little bit of disgust because you were about to get pissed and kill something you thought.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like,
All right, cool.
sorry about that.
yeah, it's not even gonna cost you the rage on that. It's just more of a.
This is my rage token right here.
All right, so you guys turn and you begin to go down the 4th corridor, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you start proceeding down through that way.
You're only fatigued for like 2 rounds normally.
It's-
Two plus the amount of rounds you were in a rage. Or 2 times the amount of rounds you were in a rage. So if you're in a rage for 1 round, you'd be fatigued for 2.
2. Okay.
Yep.
Which is like 12 seconds.
Yep. So you guys are walking down the aisle and you get to a clearing.
But it would wear off during this whole walking away thing.
Oh, yeah, by the time-
Yeah, by the time, yeah.
Yeah, by the time you went to the corner and turned, you guys get to a clearing and this is what you see. You see a mound as you're walking closer.
I don't trust this.
I'm gonna take my new girlfriend and be like, alright, so what is this?
She looks, she goes, it looks like a way out.
Well, lead the way, my fair woman.
Wait,
Have faith.
wait. I'm gonna lay
I'm
down.
just gonna go there.
Something
I'm gonna
seems,
try to stop them all laying down on the paladin.
something seems a bit sketchy right here.
Reflex, let's see, he's on your shoulder, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to stop them.
What's our line? How are we standing?
Well, I'm letting her go ahead of me, and I say, have faith in our God.
So I guess I don't know. I guess I'll go in the middle right there. Okay, I'll go.
Barbarian, where
I'm
you-
in the front.
You're straight front,
I'll be in
right?
the front too.
Can I tell what
I'm in
like,
front of
class
the
she is?
dwarf.
Oh, you can tell that she is also a cleric.
Excuse me.
That's what I would do.
It's like, I don't really date cleric.
All right. Front row needs to roll for reflex.
Jeez.
21.
Okay, so I rolled a 19, but
Oh, you're good. It only took a 15 to pass it.
okay.
Boom!
Told you.
Damn, it's like an explosion or something, like a
Now-
cave in, like a
All
cave
you
in.
seen was something hit the ground
Oh.
and dirt and rock everywhere.
I'm just gonna walk forward and check it out.
What was it that you made us roll again?
This is a reflex.
Reflex. Okay.
To see if it hit you or not, yeah. You guys look down and as you guys walk closer, you see what looked like a rock or something. You're not sure it hit the ground and just boom, explosion. It turned to, what was a mound into a pit hole.
I'm gonna lay the paladin down and walk out there.
As you get close to the edge, you walk out or do you start
I
peering
take a
around?
step out.
Okay, you take a step out.
That's how people get shot.
Roll for reflex.
Seven.
7.
Oh, reflex done.
5 points of damage. Fire damage. As you feel this gust of heat just by your face.
Well, that
What
wasn't,
you guys see is a stream of fire in front of the cave. Just
that wasn't me this time, guys, so it's not my fault.
I hope it's not a dragon.
It's not a small pit of fire. It's a huge ball of fire.
That hurt.
We may have gone the
You
wrong
step
way.
back
Step
in.
back in.
We might need someone who's proficient with.
I feel like
ranged
this might not be
weapons.
the way to go.
It is fire.
Unless the booby
What
trap.
word do you want me to tell you? It was fire.
Everybody roll for perception.
Alright, you need to refresh it.
Tell me everybody's got above a 15.
Alright, yeah, I do.
I just
You got
hit
above a 15?
Yes, 23.
15 on the dot.
I got, yeah, 23.
You're still stunned. You've seen it. They hear the flapping of the wings.
Guys, I think we're fighting against the dragon.
They
here.
feel the gust coming through,
I even
and then they hear the explosion in the back of a hallway behind them.
Fight no. Run yes.
Guys, if the barbarians say we run, then we gotta run.
The cave behind you is just crushed.
Guys, I don't know what we're gonna do.
And what do we see past that?
Yeah, that's all you see in front of you.
Is that and like
That and smolder.
small? Okay.
I seen what it was when I
You
was still
know this
stunned.
leads to the outside,
How can
but
we create a distraction?
whatever the fuck's out there is flying.
And you said it attacked another area or
Oh
something?
yeah, it collapsed the cave behind you.
Okay.
So we can't go back.
So I decided to just take off running.
I'm gonna tell my girlfriend to go and follow him.
Am I
Go
still
follow
stunned?
him. He's the strongest of us all.
She just
I
looks
think
and she
that's-
goes, I have faith in my God, not in you.
Yes, go.
He has not told me to move.
No,
He-
I promise you, I have been a priest much longer than you. He's telling you to move.
She said, he told me to do this. She waves her hand in front of the doorway and a wall starts raising
What are
Am
you
I still
doing?
stunned?
and you see it stop 2 foot from the top. And she's like, we gotta wait.
She did that as I was running, so I probably hit the
Yeah,
wall.
you straight.
Oh.
Am I
Whack.
still stunned or no?
And I just go,
Witch! At this time, the paladin is waking up. He's like, oh, what the hell? He begins looking around.
I'm gonna knock him.
Do you want this?
No, no,
Point
no,
towards
you-
the shield.
I thought you said you
He's
put
looking-
his shield on his back and yours back on your back. Didn't you say that earlier?
Yeah, I swapped shields with him too.
Again?
I had to stay source where I said his shield was not my shield.
yeah, that's what he just said.
Yeah, you swapped back.
No. He gave him the shield that was his as his shield.
I have the marked shield.
Yeah.
Under God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put the other shield on the back of him and his shield on.
Okay.
I have the
He's
free
got the
shield.
And if you were asking
Well,
him if he
yes,
wanted his shield back,
Do you
So-
want this?
He looks at you, he looks, reaches back, pulls his shield up, looks at you, he's like, kind of like staggered from it, he's like,
It was a pretty shield. I wanted it.
and he just stops and goes, no, this is fine, he puts it on his arm, he goes, if you want something to carry for the glory of my God, I can, have you heard the word of, and he begins giving doctrine to you.
Thank you. I was
I'm gonna stop them too. I'm be like, that's not necessary. They already know all about our
But-
God.
He is a potential, he could be one of
It's
us.
He is.
pretty.
He's one of us.
He is one of us, you believe in
I'm
our
just waiting for
God?
him to tell us. This dude's name is
I
Jehovah.
yell, dragon!
About this time, the paladin looks and goes, what? No, they're draconians, not dragons.
No, there's
No, big dragon up there.
It's Balthazar.
It
Don't
burned my
worry.
face.
What the fuck are you guys talking? He sees the fire. It's like,
We're hoping you escape.
bro, is that a sorcerer? Is that what?
That's a
That,
dragon.
that was a lot. That was a
dragon.
lot. That was a lot. I mean, a lot. Not a little. I mean, a lot of fire.
That was a dragon.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was.
Go- no,
Did you see the dragon?
You can go check. Go ahead, go
I
look.
seen the dragon. He burned my face.
You make him look. Go ahead. Nobody's
Like,
gonna stop
Paladin, what is your name? Who are you?
My name is Gray.
Greg?
Gray.
Gray?
Gray.
Like the
Name.
color?
Gray. All things are dull in the world but gray.
I am gray.
He looks and he's like,
Apparently not all things.
Orc, I am so sorry. I did not even notice the burns because you're an orc.
I'm trying not to be offended by that, but
You speak you speak our language so well to be one of your type.
because my father was a human. He taught me very well.
Ah, so you're not all bad.
It's not bad at all.
My mother was not bad.
Stupid conversation. Dragon outside.
I think we should listen to the barbarian and get the.
I don't consider.
I start looking for a way out. As you guys are talking all this,
Did
like,
you start digging in the dirt?
He's just like,
He's like, no, I don't consider your people a dirty people. He's just, I don't consider your people a dirty people. They're just not. They're not like.
he sounds like
our
racist that are
like
trying
our
to,
people. Yeah, it's the idea. He's like,
I'm not
like,
racist.
He's like,
why?
this is literally
racist,
what
but-
he's. This is what he's.
When people tell you, like, I'm not racist.
that's true.
He looks at you and he's like, it's okay. I have an orc friend.
I'm gonna reach for my sword and
He's like,
Fine,
it's
stop.
like,
No.
It's just,
Okay.
it's just our people are a little more like, well, not like that. And he points to the human. He's like, they're more like, and he points, off.
I'm not even listening. I'm like trying to like.
Y'all are a
think,
little bit clearer this. I understand.
I'm trying to find a way out.
The mouth?
I'm just done with him. I'm gonna help you out.
Yes. Oh, your face though. This
And
this
it's
won't
got a
hurt.
little
This-
heel.
He lays on hands like he's. Don't bite me, okay? And he
Bite him.
lays on hands, and just touches him.
Like,
4 points.
That's something. Gray,
Yes.
it's time. You know our deity. It's time to
Well,
live.
I know more than what you think. There's a
No,
reason
yeah,
why.
I do too. All right, listen,
There's a reason why we ran back down that hallway.
listen.
They're assaulting the castle.
I know.
They no, you don't know.
I do know. How long have you been in prison?
This is my 3rd year.
Yes.
As you guys start talking, I start bashing that wall she created.
This is where you stop and you think 3rd year. Every year they have this tournament to continue the life of the champions. This is our 3rd year.
That's
That looks like
amazing.
fun. I'm gonna grab my hammer and start bashing the wall too.
I need you to do
I'm
something.
gonna start punching the wall.
Shooting arrows at the wall.
What is it? What is it?
I am a senior cleric. It's your responsibility to serve me.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
See, that's not the way this works.
That is, we believe in the same deity, do you not?
Yes, but and he pulls up his badge, and you see he's a chancellor of the Holy Order. He's like, I'm here on a crusade to save our people.
Yes.
Oh,
You know how many of our people are out there dying from that dragon?
Do you know how many of them I've had to kill myself?
No. How could I possibly know that?
doesn't that make you a bad person?
That is a very good question.
Punching the wall.
I've survived the last 3 years here by doing as they have told me to do. Allowing certain people to be killed, allowing others to be dethroned.
We got water right back.
They plan on ending all of us and starting anew. They're tired of only surviving a year through at a time. They know if they cleanse enough of us, that they'll receive immortality completely.
Interesting.
It's been promised to them by their God.
Who is their god?
It is so weird they follow the God of Gazareth and this is their belief. It's
Do I know who this deity is?
roll for knowledge arcana.
Well, technically, it.
A 7.
Good job.
This is something I shall teach you. But first we must rest.
Here?